shove them in my nose, rip them out, lube them up, put them on the spit roast, and fuck this pig.
Well, it's a gay show. It's a real gay show tonight. Yeah, it's a gay show. It's a real gay show tonight.
We just get fucked up during the intro. Now we have a minute to waste.
Don't tell the mom
that I'm
we
the
are.
gay show. Yeah, it's a gay show.
It is a gay show. Hell yeah, brother. I'll drink a beer to that. Fucking masterpiece, dude. Fucking masterpiece.
Welcome back to America, guys.
Yeah, welcome back to freedom.
This is fucking freedom in its most concentrated form.
Dude, I was literally I was telling you earlier, I was literally just like troll, because I'm a fucking internet troll. I do not give a shit about your ethnicity or whatever. I troll everybody.
Fuck your feelings.
So, yeah, I'm constantly on the internet. I'm just like, you suck. You suck. What,
Yeah.
are you married? You suck. Like, I'm that person that's like in the background. They're like,
Must be nice.
who the fuck is this person?
Yeah.
So like, obviously, so I follow this thing and it's called like Worldwide Hijab, whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't even care either way.
I was gonna say hajib.
Hijab or whatever.
Hijab, yeah, whatever.
So like, obviously, so what I did, I was like, well, you guys are terrorists. And then like right away, like I get like hundreds of these like angry Muslims pissed off at me. You know, like, and then
that was just a post you put.
yeah,
You
and
just
then
put, you guys are terrorists.
yeah, I was like, you guys are terrorists. America is number one.
Of
like,
course.
I said something like that.
Well, that's good.
Along those lines, and then like all these people got pissed off
About over what?
over because
Because of what did I say?
what did I say? The truth.
Yeah.
So like,
Couple of snowflakes.
what the fuck was I getting at? But they were like, you know, like they're pissed off and talking shit about America, and I was like, they're like, oh well, you don't do anything but talk shit about people online all day, and I was like, yeah, you're goddamn right, because that's what freedom is all about.
Absolutely.
And then he spelled America with 3 Ks, so
Hell
I
yeah.
spelled it back that way to him. So like I was like, hell yeah, that's what America is about. And we colonized everything.
It's because we American. And
We were
you're not
American.
Americans.
And you American't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about that. I do. I hit people with like conservative Republican more or less like these days. I think it's easier to fuck with people as a conservative Republican person.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like as the character online. I'm not that person in real life. I'm not really a heel.
I mean, when you hit those talking points, it's going to get you your most
yeah.
volatile response.
Of course, like obviously, like if I was called you know, if someone came up to me and called me a pedophile to my face, I would be like, well, you're an asshole for that, you know. But it's like if it's online, I'm shooting the BB gun, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm not intending to eat the sauce. I'm just trying to start shit and waste your time. That's it.
Do you think Elon fucks kids?
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm pretty sure. I feel like that's going to come out pretty soon.
You think so?
Just with the way everything's been going down and like his pattern of like calling people like pedophile. Like, do you remember when they rescued those kids from that like cave in Thailand or whatever?
I think so.
And the dude that rescued him was like a British Navy guy, and he was like, whatever. He didn't call him a pedophile, but he like inferred that he went to Thailand to fuck boys, basically.
That's funny.
And everybody was like, dude, what the fuck, Elon? This dude just rescued like 6 kids. What the fuck's your problem? And he's like, whatever, sex weirdo.
That's funny. So he was bashing this guy that saved these kids.
But I mean, my whole thing is, yeah, he did that. He called somebody else recently, like made pedophile claims, and it's like when you keep projecting that, I feel like it's gonna come around.
Well, shit, I projected on all kinds of people.
Yeah, but
I'm
you don't
not
actually fuck kids. You're not a fucking billionaire. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I
have
feel
the
like
money to
there's a
fuck kids.
much stronger chance that he's doing it than you are.
He has pedophile money.
Yeah, he has legit pedophile money.
He can get away with it if he wanted to. Well, No, I think it was funny. Like Elon Musk came out with Dave Chappelle, who's also like a giant heel, but a bunch of people paid to see Dave Chappelle, and they were still booing.
That is Chappelle's dumbest move, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you could anything prior to this has all been like shit that he's said either in his act or like on stage. So like he
now
can
he's
defend
like
himself.
proving he's an asshole.
Yeah, you're clearly bringing this guy. Like, I just want to know how he thought it was gonna go. Were people gonna be happy to see him or something? Like, what was he gonna do? Tell a fucking gay
but
joke?
not just that. Like not only that, he was like, "You guys have some respect."
Yeah,
This
like
is a
scolded the audience.
Yeah, dude, you don't scald the audience, you fucking heel.
Yeah.
That's what heels do.
Exactly. Well, and he was like, "Oh, everybody that's booing's in the cheap or like is in bad seats." Well, it's like, oh, so now
Well,
you're
then how can
also
you hear
the
us?
people that paid to see you. You're making fun of them also. Like, dude, that's like it just came off so bad. And I'm just trying to figure out, I'm like, what the fuck would have been the good outcome of this? Like,
Right?
why was he on stage? He's not funny. He's not, like, entertaining or anything.
He wanted to go up on stage. He was like, "I want to hear Elon Musk call someone a tranny." now."
I guess, like, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he was going to do. And it is sad because he's like, what do I say, Dave? Like, do you see that part?
he did do that.
He's
I don't
like,
know
Dave,
what
do
to
I
say.
say? He sounds so, like, sad.
Well, he has like Asperger's and shit. Like, I'm sure he doesn't know what to say when cameras. How often have you seen him with cameras on where it's not like a scripted staged event?
I don't know, but he's like I said, I've read things about him that apparently he's just a fucking man-child in general. So
Really? Does he eat SpaghettiOs?
yeah, well, it was like they had the dudes that ran. Is it SpaceX
Yeah.
that he owns or whatever space place he fucking like bought basically. They
I
have
think
like
that's SpaceX.
they have an entire like staffing like a manager and like a whole like bunch of people that are staff just to deal with Elon, like just to keep him busy and talk
They
to
have
him.
the fake staff.
Yeah,
to be
they
like,
literally like to feed him bullshit and like keep him happy. Like there's people that's their whole job is to deal with Elon. Like they don't deal with the space shit. They just deal with the fucking like interpersonal bullshit of Elon Musk.
Do you want to know what's funny? Is they did. Do you remember how they were like, "Oh well, they shot that Tesla into space."
Yeah, what a cool move.
Yeah, I want to say that they debunked that. They found out that there actually isn't one in space.
Really? That'd be
Yes.
funny.
They did. Well, he even tweeted too. Like when it happened, he tweeted a picture of it,
Yeah.
and it was like, "It looks so real. It looks fake." You know, so it was like it showed the thing in the fucking car in space and shit. But then like, what was it? Someone ran it through some AI programming or something, and it was like, "Oh, this is clearly a doctored picture."
Yeah.
You can see like the layers or however the fuck it works. However, this stupid shit works,
Yeah,
and obviously he didn't know.
They did some
They-
CSI
They,
shit.
they probably literally just faked that, and they're like, "Yes, we did put the car on the moon. Here's the pictures. Here's a live stream
Yeah, right.
of it."
I kind of remember them doing that, and it was like, I'm like, okay, like that's a thing to do, I
So
guess.
They fucking lied about that, bro. Like, how are you gonna lie about shooting a fucking car into space? What was the point of
There's
that?
no. That's another one where it's like, why?
Is it fucking the
Okay.
aliens gonna drive a Tesla
Like, another
with
thing is
no
like that-
battery?
Well, I said you're basessly just shooting junk into space at that point,
Yes.
and the only outcome is that like in like 50 years it might crash into Mars.
Yeah.
And they're like, it with like his luck, what would be funny is like he ends up actually figuring out how to like build something on Mars,
like
and then the fucking car crashes
It
into
crashes into the farm.
That
or
would be
whatever.
perfect.
They're like cultivating food and
Fucking
shit.
Elon, you dickhead!
Damn you! It's like some space hick like farmer guy with a straw hat over his fucking like spacesuit.
Yeah, and I think they had it playing like I want to say the car was like playing Space Odyssey by David Bowie or something like that.
What on like repeat? Yeah, because that was when
I
he
could have
died.
swore it was some dumb song or something like that playing when they put it up into space. But yeah, fuck him, fuck that car. That's fucking gay.
Yeah, they still haven't. I know that people are pissed off because they still haven't gotten their fucking their Cybertrucks. Like he announced that literally like
That was a while
a
ago.
long time ago,
Yeah.
like 5 or 6 years ago. He was like, "You'll be able to have one by the end of the year." That was a fucking lie, and
Womp womp.
people literally pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
Like they like paid money and everything. Like they sent whatever money,
Yeah.
and like they're paid for it and shit. And
Mhm.
now they're like not making them.
Well, they haven't even been produced yet.
Yes. Like, could you imagine you're that much of a simp for another man that you have to buy a fucking car?
You have to be fucking. Well, first of all, you probably have to be rich already
Yeah.
because no one's being like, yeah, let me pre-order
Pre-order of the new release.
Yeah, I gotta get this new release. Yeah, pre-ordering a car for like $5,000 or something like that. It probably was a shitload of money. So a normal person wouldn't be able to do it. And then I don't know, like a prototype that doesn't even work. And when he did fucking bring it out, he smashed the window and broke it.
Yeah, he made himself look stupid.
Yeah, so you already know it doesn't work. And then I remember seeing a video about how they couldn't get the windshield wipers to work because it was too big. The windshield's too big. And they're like, we need to build one giant wiper.
Yeah, that's what they did do. They built like a fucking one wiper, which seems counterintuitive for like snow and shit because snow's
yeah.
constantly falling.
I mean, I don't know. Who gives a shit? I'm never going to have one.
I would get an electric, what is it? One of those Fords.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
An electric Ford.
I'm sure, like, probably within 5 years, everything's going to be like, I think within 5 years, we're going to be like, going like at least 50-50 with electric and gas in terms of like cars on the road.
You think so?
Because California is already starting to push that like no more gas vehicles, and as soon as California pushes it, the rest of America is going to follow it because the car companies aren't going to build two different types of cars to be like, oh, this one's a California car and this one's for the rest of the place. They're going to build.
That's what people don't really understand is like California. That shit has always been like.
They're
that.
a market leader.
Yeah, they are.
They're like, I forget what it is, but it's
like I remember that was like the first place ever that there was like you could smoke weed here.
Yeah.
Weed is okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then like everybody was like, well, maybe weed isn't as bad now.
Yeah.
Because if California does it, but now California literally has like more homeless people.
California sucks in
Yeah,
general.
it does
I mean,
suck.
the weed is the least of their fucking problems. The big thing was when Colorado passed it, and then they were like, "Oh, look, we used all our tax money to like build schools and shit."
Yeah, and prisons that made those guys happy too.
Oh hell yeah!
They love their prisons. We love our prisons more than we love our schools here in the United States.
That's true.
And that's what freedom is all about.
That makes me think of my favorite. I remember my favorite Christmas present I ever gave was it was the year that we caught Saddam Hussein.
Oh, I remember that, dude.
And he was like hiding in a hole.
That was around Christmas time too.
So I saved the cover of the newspaper. The headline just said, "We got him."
Hell
and it was
yeah.
his like picture all dirty, like all coming out of the hole all dirty.
Hell
So I
yeah.
saved that newspaper cover, and then I built one of those like doomsday Christmas boxes where it's like a box within a box within a box.
Yeah.
And then on the top of it, I put that newspaper cover, and it was like for my brother.
We got him.
Yeah, and I remember him being like, "This is the best fucking gift ever."
We did get him. That's fucking awesome, dude.
It was funny because it was probably like 2 or 3 months before Christmas. So
Yeah.
like to save the paper for that long and see it again, it was like, oh, that's funny.
When they got him, no, it was literally like a month before Christmas because it was I remember that because they released a South Park like subsequently like after they caught him, and it was like a Christmas episode where they like go to Canada to save Ike, the little brother.
Yeah.
And then like what is it? They end up finding out that Saddam Hussein was like the Wizard of Oz guy pulling the strings.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, they just threw him in at the end of the episode. They're like, and then we got him. We got him.
South Park is so wild. I can't believe that they fucking like have been going like that movie came out in 99.
They're pretty much over now. I would
South
say.
Park?
Like they haven't released anything new in a while. But then again, they did do that live at the Red Rocks thing, which was pretty cool.
I mean, fuck it. I think they're entitled for some time off if they want to.
They are. They've been doing their show for at least 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's a long fucking time.
Yeah, you probably do something else for a while.
Yeah, because they started, I want to say 95, because then the movie got released in 99, but like they had to be popular.
All I remember is there was a wrestling group called the Oddities, and one of the dudes used to wear a Cartman T-shirt, and he would come out with the Cartman like stuffed doll, and he's like, "Whoa." He didn't talk because he had like a leather mask on, and he's like, "Whoa." And they're like, oh, he loves Cartman. He loves Sal Lamar.
That's a little fucking
And I
game.
was like, God damn, like, wrestling's so stupid.
I remember, like, it's usually, like, the dirty kid in class. He was the kid that had, like, a Cartman doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
South Park was, I think, initially, like, pretty heavy trailer park. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of trailer park kids got into. I mean, I liked it too. I didn't live in the trailers. But.
When I first saw it, it was literally I tricked my parents to seeing it, and like they literally left for the weekend. I was like, well, if you guys are leaving, can I get some movies? And they're like, okay, we'll pick out movies. And I picked out that fucking one, and they did it because it looks
cartoon.
it's cartoon,
Yeah.
yeah. And then that was like the first time I've ever was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it's like to be an adult.
There's some funny ass stuff
Like,
in that.
when we were done watching it, I remember me and my brother looked at each other. They were like, you're an Uncle Fucker.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember me and my buddies used to always just go, dog shit taco.
yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, good times.
Now
and then I
say-
remember my mom came back from the weekend, and I got in so much fucking trouble.
Yeah.
Because I said fuck in front of her, because it was like the whole weekend I was like swearing and
Yeah.
stuff, because I was like, yeah, I'm cool.
South
now.
Park's cool. Yeah.
South Park's cool. I watch South Park, guys. My parents let me watch South Park. And I like go to my friend's house and I say that to their kid, and then I'm sure that they were like, well, her mom lets her watch South Park.
Yeah, dude, I remember like saying that shit like in school all the time, and I had to be like 12, 13 and be like, oh, big floppy donkey
You
dick.
get clout for saying
Yeah,
like
yeah.
swear
Like,
words.
oh shit.
Dude, it's not even like that anymore, dude. Like, kids do not give a fuck.
They just drop N-bombs all day.
Well, it's not like when you would play Modern Warfare when we were
Yeah.
young. Oh, that's the, it's just as good.
The old. Yeah.
You'd be on there, you'd be playing like, you'd just be playing normal Minecraft, and then all of a sudden,
You have a single player game.
single player game. You're a private server. Then all of a sudden, someone hacks into your account. And they get in. And they're just like, "What up, beep?" And then it ruins your Christian server.
Mm-hmm. Get out of here. No swearing.
Those are my favorite ones. Is there's like these channels that I watch where people fuck with like Christian Minecraft. Because it's a thing.
Yeah.
And so, like, these people will go in there and just build, like, massive... in this all-Christian server. So it's like they'll just go in there and secretly build, like, massive fucking, like, gay flags and shit. And then the moderators get so mad.
I would just burn one of the I just burn all the
Burn
crosses.
the crosses, yeah.
What's going on here?
It's causing mayhem in the Christian
Put a
server.
ghost hood.
Boo! Ooh, they would like that though if it's a Christian server.
They'd be like, we got that over there already.
They would probably like the burning crosses too. Now that you mention it with the Christian, It depends on what kind of Christian. If it's like white Christian or dark Christian.
Dark shadow Christian.
Oh man, Chris Benoit, good man.
So who are these fellers? Who are these fellers we're meeting next week?
The one is named Travis, and the other one is named Bruce, and I know them from the MMA class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And they're both African American gentlemen.
they are American Americans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they were
Born in Africa. Or not.
I don't know if they were in Africa or not, but I know that they're Chicago Americans.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. I don't want to say anything to upset anyone, but I want to say that I don't know if they were in Africa, but...
I watched that Kramer apology video again, and
Yeah.
he says, I said some not some very nice things to some Afro Americans, and everybody starts laughing after he says that.
Afro-American.
Because he says Afro Americans, which is a very funny way to say it.
Well, isn't that a thing, though, where people are, like, Afro-American? Like,
I'm sure, like it's not technically wrong. Like,
that sounds pretty racist.
it sounds worse than just
Sounds
saying
worse.
African Americans.
I think it sounds
Or just
better
saying black
just to
guys.
say black guy,
yeah,
yeah.
a couple black dudes.
Feel like that's like the... Because I feel weird when I say African-American.
Yeah, it's like you're trying too hard to be not racist.
Yeah, and then it just comes off as like, well, this guy definitely says the
Yeah,
N-word.
as I said, you're trying too hard. You're like, what are you trying to prove? Just call me black. What's up?
He said, what? What's wrong with me
That's
being
why I
black?
just say, what's up, my
Yeah.
Oh, this dude must be cool.
Yeah, this guy's
Somebody, he
fucking
must have gave him the
cool.
pass.
Oh, who gave you the pass? Was it Lori? Lori Lightfoot?
Yeah, I get the pass.
I
I get the pass
I
couple
gave him
times.
the pass. I gave him the pass a couple times. He can say it. He said it to me a couple times.
Thank you, Lori. Can you fucking get the internet working over? Yeah, I get the internet working.
Dude, I can't believe I can't get Verizon over here because she has it on her street.
Fucking
Now I'm
Beetlejuice,
voting
bitch.
against Lori Lightfoot, dude. I was
Exactly.
all team Lori until I found out Verizon doesn't have coverage
She
on
fucked
my
it up.
street, but then they have it on her street.
Must be nice, you fucking
Yeah, it
bitch.
must be. Yeah, right? It must be nice. God damn it. I want my fucking internet. I don't want to pay a bunch of money for internet anymore.
She's in there now. She's like, my internet's so fast. My
Well,
internet's fast right now.
Why my internet so fast?
My internet's kind of fast.
I'm not wearing no diaper.
I'm not with. Get some service in here. I don't
Yeah,
wear
shut. You wear diaper too. Shut up. shut, bitch.
This is Bravo 2. We're gonna have to change Lori's diaper again.
They gotta change. They gotta change Lori and her gay guy. This is my girlfriend. I get some pussy.
Yeah, that's the prostitute that he's been paying.
Ew, it's a fucking Well, isn't she's gay? Isn't she? I wouldn't say she's a.
She
she's
looks
a gay
like
person,
it. I would assume,
right?
based on all physical appearances.
Dude, it's so funny. Like so Chris is in the police academy.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he told me that he has to wear a suit when he's in this thing, and they make him like do exercises and shit. So apparently, like the women have to dress like wear pantyhose and like other shit, like the women police officer. Like that's like counterintuitive though. Like they have to wear pantsuits and pantyhose. Like what do they check your underwear? Like what the fuck's the deal with that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought
that's
that
part
was
of the
weird.
fucking uniform.
They like check their panties and shit. Let me see your panties.
There's a run in these.
There's a run in your. There's runs in your panties.
Yeah.
Not in the pantyhose in the back, and you got stains. You got runs in your underwear.
Who's been sniffing these Dos Equis?
Let me smell your crotch. Drop down and suck my penis.
I mean, that's how women officers get into the force.
That is, yeah. Do Kegels. You have to do Kegels, yeah, as a woman officer.
It's so funny though, seeing like that, like what the actual like shit he has to go through, like how like the physical stuff, and you
Dude,
see
no,
cops that are so out of shape
dude,
and fat. And it's
fuck
like, what the
that.
fuck?
Do you want to know what he told me?
What'd he
He
say?
told me that, dude, this is so easy. Like, anybody could do this. Like, he was like, well, they have to work out in the suit for 20 minutes at a time, and then with 5-minute breaks in between, and then basically for like an hour and a half. And that's like all the physical portion is. It's like, do you know how fucking easy that is? Like, at your own pace?
Yeah, you do some fucking jumping jacks and burpees.
Yes,
Oh,
and like
boy.
a couple
And then you take a
push-ups.
5-minute break in between.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fucking. Yeah,
That's easy as shit, dude. That's
Yeah.
like I go to the gym like 4 hours at a time, dude.
Mhm.
Like that's some pussy shit. And then he was like telling me like, yeah, like people like seriously drop out, and I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? They're like, oh well, you have to. I think they give you like under 15 minutes to run a mile. It's like, do you know how fucking easy that
This
is?
is like a 5 to 6 minute mile is probably. I wouldn't say average, but like
No, that's a good.
that's like a decent time.
That's a very good time, 6 minutes.
Yeah,
But like they're like 15 minutes, and
I was
that's
gonna say,
like
if you can't do
anybody
it under,
can do
if
that.
you can't do a mile under 15, you're slow as fuck. You could
You're-
probably
you're the fat kid at the
you
end
could
of
probably
class.
fucking walk a mile in 15 minutes, like if you're kind of picking up the pace. And I think about it.
Do you remember in gym class when they would make you? Have you ever had? To
Yeah,
run
I had
a
to
mile?
do that. I had to do it a bunch. I used to run cross country my fucking freshman year.
So like, have you ever been in the gym class where like like after they have you do the mile, pretty much you just like, you're done, and then
Mhm.
you walk around the track.
Yeah, that was the whole like. Yeah.
So like, but then there's actually motherfuckers that it literally takes them the entire
hour.
hour class period to
Yeah.
do it, and then they're just like, okay, bring it in.
Yeah.
You have to go back inside.
Yeah, I remember ours because it was you had a lap. You had a lap the campus 4 times was a mile, I think, something like that. So,
I forget you're in Chicago. You guys weren't blessed enough with a actual course.
Yeah, no, we fucked that. Yeah, we just had. And what's funny is we had a gated fucking like campus, and they made us run on the outside of the gate. I'm like, oh, so we just get the shit kicked out of us if somebody decides to fucking run up on us or whatever.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, we had to do 4 laps outside the fucking gates, and yeah, it was. I want to say it's like an hour for each period or something like that, and I probably did it in like, I don't know, 7-8 minutes or something like that.
Well, people,
Because you're talking and bullshitting with the other guys while you're running. It's not like you're taking, like, there's like, a couple of fucking tryhards that are taking it serious and like, I want to see how fast I can go.
my shoes can make me run real fast.
And then like I was like I said, I was in sports and doing shit at the time, so I'm like, all right, I can do this. It's not hard, but I'm not gonna fucking.
See, it was
like,
hard to
push
do
my-
sports and run the mile in school when I was also getting my dick sucked by the coach
Yeah, right. That
and
was
getting
rough.
molested by the
Mhm.
coach.
That was the hardest part.
The hardest part was the tip.
Mm-hmm.
Was de-swasted. I still can't believe he sent you a dick pic.
It's very funny.
Like he has my face. He could have sent it to my Facebook.
There's so many things he could have done.
Like, why did he just assume?
There's so many options he could have.
Like, he just assumed that I did that. Like,
The man was probably very horny.
he was very horny. Yeah, we know the guy. I
He's-
want to get him back on, dude.
I do want to get him back on.
I'll
because
fucking see if
he
he'll
made
come
me
on.
laugh before I even saw that picture. He posted something on I think it was on Willow. Willow posted a picture and he was like, "I'm gonna fuck your throat" or something like that. I'm like, God damn it,
That's my
that's
fucking friend,
fucking
bro.
funny.
That's so mean.
I think I liked it too.
Yeah, that's probably why he thought it was me.
Oh,
He was
fuck.
like, "Oh, she
yeah,
likes
baby.
it when I talk
oh,
dirty."
Shit, dude, that made me laugh.
Oh, see, that's what turned him on.
Yeah,
bro.
because it's like I just love because the way Twitter sets it up makes me laugh because like it was a picture that she had posted maybe a day or two ago, so I had already seen the picture, and then like it got popped back up to the top of my screen with his reply as like the number one thing. So I just saw that and I'm like, oh god damn it,
D-Sway's the fucking man.
horniest dude.
Yeah, he's the horniest man in Chicago.
Oh, fuck.
He gets pussy though. Apparently,
I bet he
that
does,
gets him
I'm sure.
pussy.
I'm sure he does.
It's not gonna get mine though. I guarantee that.
Yeah, well, hey, you gotta get him E for effort.
He has a lot of guns. like, what's the deal with that? Like, why do you need so many guns?
Well, when we get him back on the pod,
I have a
ask him.
bunch of. I got
You got a bunch
'cause
of swords.
I have a bunch of swords, but it's like those are like they look cool on the wall and shit.
Mhm.
But it's like
That's because you want to be a fucking Viking.
you can't fucking hang guns on the like.
I mean,
It's pretty. I get it. His dick isn't small. I don't understand why he need to like
what do
compensate.
you need all those guns for?
Yeah, what do you need all those guns for, D-Sway? Your dick is already a weapon. Like, it's like going to karate. They just like, well, let me see your dick. Well, we got to classify this thing as a lethal weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that? Who's the person that's like, okay, well, now we need to classify your weapons, your hands as weapons.
I don't know. I've only heard that. Like, I don't know if that's even a real thing, but if it is, it's very funny.
I think it is a thing, but it's like that sounds like it would be a liability in the long run. Like, what if I do beat the shit out of a person and kill him? So now it's like assault with a deadly weapon. So now it's like an even worse
It's
charge.
like it's Con Air. You go to jail.
It's an even worse charge because I know karate.
Like, well, we're
Because I did karate when I was 13 years old.
we're charging this man under the Con Air law of '97.
His hands are lethal weapons.
He shoved the man's nose all the way through his skull.
and then he fucked a bear, and he was trying to give it to his daughter.
Put the bear down. Put the teddy bear down.
Put the dick down.
Put my penis down.
I love he bitch slaps the tranny. But he makes a choice though. Like he
He
could
has a fist, but
he
then
has
he
a
opens his
fist,
hand. Yeah,
and then he's like, "Do I want to be an ally or an asshole?"
yeah, that is.
It's like
pretty
either
funny.
way, the bitch had it coming, but it's
Mhm.
like, you know, like he decided to be a gentleman about it, and then he did bitch slap her, and she reacted exactly the way that he wanted her to.
I feel like that the lady that plays the sissy is might be in the movie fucking Hackers too.
What is that? An actual woman?
No, that's a dude. I think.
Was it a trans person?
I don't even think it's a gay person.
Really?
I think that's just a male actor. They're like, you're gonna be a fucking sissy. In this
That's
movie.
hilarious. They're like, "Well, put the panties
Put
on.
the panties on.
Put the panties." And then Dave Chappelle's just like, "Don't do it, man.
Yeah,
this
he's
is
like,
what they want."
This is the role they wanted to give me. I pass it up.
Yes.
I said, hell no.
I said, "Fuck that. I'm gonna hang out with Elon Musk and get booed on stage." Said, "I fucking hate trannies. I would never be one."
You could quote me. on
You
that.
can quote me that quote. This is the new quote. "I'm rich, bitch." Fuck.
Oh, he didn't Elon say that on stage? That
No, so Dave Chappelle. Elon Musk didn't even know what to fucking say, dude. He's literally just like an autistic person on stage, like, okay, well now what? You know? And then Dave Chappelle, everyone's booing, and he's just like, "You guys stop it. He's rich, bitch." Like,
He said the thing. He
yeah,
said the thing.
and people cheered because he said the thing.
Yeah.
But it's also like it's an outstanding amount of
Yeah.
boos.
Boo. All right. Good night.
It sounded like a WWE match and shit, dude. Like, it wasn't good.
Oh no! Fucking Triple H won again. Boo.
Yeah, Triple H won again, dude. Fuck. I did see D Sway wrestle though.
Oh yeah, yeah. You did do that. How was that?
I did.
You
It
saw
was
that thing.
it was pretty good. He did pretty good. He lost. He got thrown out, but his tag team partner is fucking Waka Flocka Flame.
Nice.
Or it's not so much a tag team, but Waka Flocka Flame was helping him out a
Nice.
bunch.
They had an alliance.
They did. They had the BBC Alliance.
Was-
That's what their little group is called.
That's funny. Did fucking Dixon wrestle too?
Yes, he did.
How did he do?
He did great. He did really, really good.
Was he in a single match or a tag match?
He was in. I think he was in a tag team match.
Okay.
He did good though. It was like a debut or some stupid shit.
Did they win?
No, he was the heel. I know, but they're BBC, the Black Billionaires Club.
That's funny.
Isn't that funny? I think it's cute.
It is cute.
Yeah, and then they have this other wrestler. Their name is Evan, and it's like a dude, but they like come out. They're wearing like like a women's outfit, and it's
Mhm.
like I'm so confused because it's like they're not trans, because they all refer to Evan as he, but it's like they came out in like panties and a fucking like a sports bra with
Okay.
pasties on.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like okay, like I don't know.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, but I
Were-
get it. I get
what was the gimmick?
I don't know what the fucking gimmick is. Honestly,
Just
like
gay
your prince.
person.
I think their gimmick is just their prince.
Oh, Prince.
It's not like the power bottom where it's like this is obviously a
gay Power Ranger.
gay Power Ranger. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is the
I get
gay
that.
Pink
I
Power
understand
Ranger.
that.
I understand that. Like that hits me right in the heart where,
Yeah.
where it counts. But I don't understand this Prince character. But I'm excited to learn more at the same time. So we're gonna have to see on January 16th.
Yeah. Oh, is
See,
that the next?
I think it is. Yeah, I'm excited.
Wrestle League.
Yeah, it's in home. And it was actually, you know what? It's funny because my mom's so fucking racist. She was just like, "Oh, you're going to Homewood, Illinois? That's ghetto out there." Like, and I was just like, "I don't know. I don't think so. We go
Dude,
there."
it's like suburbs. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a more black suburb, but it's still like
dude, it's fucking nice out there.
suburbs, dude. Yeah.
Like, it was nice. They had like fucking ponds with fountains and shit in
Yeah.
it. Like, it's like, bro, this is a nice little
I go to
town.
the Portillos out there, not all the time, but on occasion when I'm that way.
Well, it's nice. It's a nice
Yeah.
area. So, like, it was out there, and it was, like, right by the police station. It was
Yeah.
literally, we parked in the police station parking lot to go
Yeah.
do this.
Oh, at least you know it's safe.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, fuck. From our police who protect us every day.
Woo, the police are going to protect. I told Chris, I was like, bro, well, what kind of cop are you going to be? I was like, if I was in your situation, I wouldn't do anything. That's what I would do. I would just collect my paycheck and try not to get into trouble.
Dude, that's your best way to like defeat the system from the inside.
That's what I would do.
Become
dude.
a cop and just do nothing. Yeah.
Like, and that's what he told me. He was like, well, pretty much, like he was like, well, it sucks because he feels like he's the only person the way that he is in the police academy, because it's like all he gives a shit about is the paycheck and like the benefits. He doesn't care about making the world a better place or like, like, oh, well, I want to be a violent person. It's like, no, dude, like I'm just wanting to like get paid, but I'm also not fucking planning on.
That's why I'd be like, if anything, because I don't know how their fucking like jurisdiction works, but it's like, I don't know if Chicago City cops would be like out in like Highland Park or like up on the north side, but like, dude, if you could just work like the rich part of town and just fucking give tickets to rich motherfuckers all day,
that would be
dude,
even
there
better.
You go.
I would love to write. See, I would love to be a meter maid.
Just pulling over Porsches and shit. Like,
dude, I
you.
would fucking love to be a meter maid and work in like the upper, like in the upper crust area.
Oh yeah, dude, I'd be taking them all fucking day.
I would literally sit on the corners and just be like, oh, nice Lamborghini. I would write them the ticket and be like, nice Lamborghini. I like it. And then slap it on their windshield and shit. Like the asshole meter.
I'll see you in court.
I'll see you in court, motherfucker. I go to every single court date. I have no life.
This is all I have. Yeah.
I hate my life and I love my job.
And I hate you.
I think that would be a fun job to be a meter maid, but just be an asshole meter maid. Like, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to hit me? Are you going to assault a federal officer?
Yeah, you're real shitty about it the whole time.
Yeah, just like give them like be a heel. What are you going to do? You're not going to do shit but
like,
pay your ticket.
When somebody comes out and they're like, oh, no, I'm here. I'm like, I was already writing it.
Yeah.
Sorry, pal.
Oh, you're pregnant, huh?
Yeah.
It's not my kid.
Maybe you should have thought about that before.
I'd just abuse my power. I'd be like, well, if you want to get out of this ticket, my dick is a little soft. Maybe we can go behind this dumpster over here and situate this ticket. And then I just write it anyway.
Yeah, I was already writing.
I was on my lunch break and I was already right. I wasn't on the clock, so it's okay. Fair game. Fair game. He takes off his fucking meter mage badge and throws it away. Or throws it to the side.
When he's off the clock. So
you ever see
so
those?
Get his dick sucked.
You ever see those videos where it's like police? I've seen like this one video where this cop, he just like pulls the badge off of his thing and he just beats the shit out of some kid.
That's cool.
Yeah, and that's how he was. He was like literally starting shit with like the fucking this like black kid, and he was like, oh, well, it sounds to me like you want to fight. Do you want to fight me? Or you want to fight? And the guy's like, you won't even fight me. You're gonna throw me in jail or whatever. And he's like, no, I'm gonna do it. And then he just like literally takes off his badge and gun and just like throws it on the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's I'm sure that's standard practice.
And then he just beats the shit out of this kid. And then they're there for like, the daughter has mental problems and the police show up. He just beats the shit out of their son.
Yeah.
And then like he says, sounds to me like your kids need discipline. And then he just like drives away. And then it's like,
thank you, police.
Yes. They just show up to the scene.
Make it worse.
They show up to the scene for like, because the daughter's like, I'm going to kill myself. They show up there and beat the shit out of the son. And then they tell the mom she's a bad mother because the kids need discipline. And that's the problem. It's just like telling them how to be parents. I bet he walked away from that call just like with his dick so fucking hard.
Yeah, he was like, I should those fucking idiots.
He did, because it's a short guy too. It was like a short fucking
nice.
guy, and he beat up a kid. Like this dude was like 15 years old, but he looked like older than he was because he's like a taller,
big motherfucker,
taller black guy. You know, he's like 15-year-old though.
A child. Yeah.
So it's like he just beat the shit out of some teenager.
By a grown man.
By a grown man who's like a short guy.
And I'm sure that kid is going to have great respect for police.
Oh, yeah. And he's like, you need to have more respect. And he did say that, too. You need to have respect for the badge as he throws off his badge.
As he throws the badge away.
Yes.
To beat up a child. Cool. I love the cops. Was this in, do you know it was Chicago or anything?
I think it was in California.
That sounds good. The one I just saw that was really good was it was a dude with a GoPro on a motorcycle, or like not one of those like 3-wheelers or whatever. And I think it's in California too. He's like driving. They come to like a red light, and like 4 other motorcycles, like fucking, Kawasaki's, like go around him and cut through the red light. And so he's just sitting there. He's like, it's POV. So you just see him like looking around or whatever. He's like watches one guy go past, watches another guy go past. And then he sees the cop pull up, and the cop pulls up, flashes his light, and then pulls in front of him and goes, "Pull over!"
He yelled at the fucking scooter guy.
Yeah, and he made the dude pull over. He's like, "You know why I pulled you over? Because you were revving your engine like a jerk." And it's like, dude, like 4 guys just blew a fucking red light. He's like, "I'm gonna stop the guy that's not moving."
That's so fucking funny.
Like, God damn, I hate the police.
I told Chris Dixon he better not be that guy. He
Yeah.
better not fucking be that
It's like
guy.
you're revving your engine like a jerk.
Yeah, dude, fuck you. If you ever, and I told him, like, don't ever fucking become that guy. And snitch, everyone knows snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Like, only give people a ticket if you absolutely have to, but like, don't fucking.
Somebody's being a fucking cocksucker. Absolutely.
Don't fuck a person over your own fucking pride, bro. Like, because that shit seriously ruins people's lives. Like getting small, stupid shit charges. That shit literally means the difference between a person like putting food on their table or like having a family or whatever.
Dude, the last time I got stopped, got stopped while I was at work, actually. So I fucking rolled through a stop sign.
And you do the driving job too.
Yeah, but the dude that pulled me over was a younger black kid. And I could tell, like, he was more scared that, like, I was going to be, like, recording him and being a dickhead to him than he was, like, he was very, like, not, like, he was like, "Hey, man, like, I'm just letting you know, like, why I stopped you, blah, blah, blah." He was, like, super like cool and like wasn't like didn't like was trying very hard like not to be a dickhead.
I have more respect for black cops, I think.
Well, and that's his thing was he was
you
like,
can't get away with being a racist to them.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, oh, I mean, whatever. I did fucking roll a stop, so I wouldn't have been like, I would have been pissed if he gave me a ticket. But he was like, just don't do that shit anymore. So he's like, fucking drive. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I drive here all the time for my job. I was like, I just didn't pay attention. He's like, okay, whatever. I'm sorry. He's like, it's all good, man. Like, wow. So he just gave me a warning. He didn't even like write me a ticket or nothing. He just gave me a warning and let me go. And I was like, that's fucking cool. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
good job, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't look for like that shit. That's how people get fucking killed. They like look for problems.
But also, it's like, motherfucker, like, I can't remember. It was like probably like 11 o'clock or noon on a fucking weekday, and I just rolled a stop. Like I don't have any tickets. I'm fucking working. I clearly have pizza. I'm working. Like, it's not like I was like doing fucking 90 or some shit.
Yeah, it was just
like,
a simple mistake.
Yeah, be like, all right, get this fucking guy out of here. Or you could have just been a dickhead and be like, I'm writing him a ticket.
Dude, I would legit, and I would be a monster. Like, I watch so many videos where it's like, you got to stand up for your right when police stop you. I would be that dickhead. That's just like,
I'm a sovereign citizen.
I would literally be like, I am not answering your questions, and I would have the window rolled up all the way, and I would just bait them into breaking it, and pulling me out of my car for nothing.
I saw what it wasn't. It was the audio recording. It wasn't the full video.
My goal would to be in a situation where the police beat me up, just so that I can sue the city of Chicago.
Yeah,
and that's the dream situation right there.
It was. The lady was like, "I'm not." It was the same thing. Like, I'm not talking to you. I'm not rolling my window down. Like, over. And she's like, "What authority?" And the guy's like, it's like, Florida County, Dade District, blah blah blah. Like, and she's like, well, she's like, I'm a citizen of planet Earth. I'm a citizen
I saw
of
that
planet
one.
Earth.
Yeah, she didn't know what the fuck. It was like a Mexican girl, right?
I don't. I just heard the audio. I didn't see the video, but I was just like, God damn, I couldn't. I'm like, how stupid.
And then they pulled her ass out of the car. She was like, "You're violating my rights. I do not consent to this." It's like, no, you got to know what to fucking say. You have to literally be like, do you have what articulated suspicion do you have of for reason of detaining me and stuff? And if like they can't come up with anything, then it's an illegal detainment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, as soon as you figure that out and they admit to that, then it's like,
Yeah.
well, that's where the lawsuit comes in.
Well, that was
because
like
then they're infringing your rights.
Homeboy with the fucking the cane, the CNI cane. Do you remember that guy?
Yes,
And he
they
was
beat the
like,
shit
he's
out of
like,
him.
it's my fucking cane. You got a problem? And she was like, well, watch your tone. He's like, fuck you, bitch. Like, I'm walking.
He did. He said, "Fuck you, bitch."
And then they arrested him.
They did. That dude's gonna get paid a fuck ton of money because it's like, here's what people don't understand, and like it's cool because my buddy's going in the police academy. Apparently now they are truly teaching the shit out of these people. Like, hey, by the way, you can't just fucking detain people.
Yeah.
Because that makes us lose a shitload of money, you know? Like, so...
Cops have fucking PR. They understand.
They do understand. They do those videos where they play basketball with inner city
Exactly.
black kids.
That shit is put out there for a fucking reason.
That's so funny because...
I can't stand those fucking videos.
Chris literally, he was like, I want to be that cop. Like, no, it seems like... That's what he was saying. Is like, it seems like nobody in this police academy class wants to be that guy.
Like, Chris is in his patrol car doing fucking TikTok dances.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He was like, I want to be that guy. I want to be TikTok famous and be the good guy, like the good guy cop. But it seems like all they want to do.
One day, I was pulling over a minority,
Yes.
and I had to beat him with my baton.
Yes. I went over to a domestic abuse, and it turned out the baby mama was cheating.
Yeah.
Like,
I had to take a shit.
yeah, dude. You know what's funny that he did tell me is he was like, apparently police officers get such a bad rep that
I wonder why.
That sometimes that they keep a thermos. Right? Have you ever seen that where like cops have a thermos in their fucking car and shit?
Yeah.
They piss in that.
That seems gross.
Isn't that funny? Because
instead of just pissing somewhere.
yeah, so it's like, so we live in a day and age where people just whip out their phone and just start recording the police, even if it's like, you know, they're stopping at a restaurant to get food.
Oh, yeah. Huh?
Or it's just like, you know, we have to go into a place and use the bathroom
Right.
or even whatever. So like they get like you can't do that apparently, so like they get really mad. So like I guess what they've been doing is just pissing in thermoses. Isn't that weird?
What are they, fucking truckers now?
Well,
Like,
what I asked is, I was like, so what? So you come with coffee in it, and then you drink that, and then you piss in the thermos. What do you do if you have to piss while you're drinking coffee? You know, you just top it off.
You gotta
like
fucking down it.
yeah,
I gotta
right.
chug this shit.
It's like, or you just top it off.
Motherfucker, like, I don't know. I've never been a police officer. I don't understand how it works, but, like, there's got to be bathroom breaks. What the fuck?
It sounds pretty dope, though. You get paid, like, 60, I think it's starting, like, you get 63,000
Dude,
a
you
year.
got to start off with a shitload of money to do that fucking job.
Yeah, it's starting off 63,000, and after, like, the first year or something, you make, like, 100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Which was not bad.
Fuck, not
But
bad at all.
also, it's like you also have to kill people.
Well, I mean, like I said, the fucking problem is you have to be a cop.
Yeah, you have to kill people that, like, don't really need it.
I said, if I could get into it and be able to, like, be the laziest officer ever and still get paid, fuck yeah.
You be officer asshole.
Yeah, I'd just be like, oh, like,
Officer hemorrhoid, and it's just like you just sit in your car all day.
I'm
with the
like
hemorrhoid pillow.
I'm like the fucking from Super Troopers, the one who's like fishing out of his car and stuff. I got my
You have the
my-
fake guy.
my pants are like rolled up.
You
and
literally have the fucking straw boy.
yeah, the dummy.
Yes. It's a fucking straw boy.
That would be me.
And then it's just a dude sitting in the car with the radar gun in his hand and shit. Then you come back like with the boots and you throw it in your trunk. Oh, we gotta go.
We got a speeder.
That was a good movie. Did you see the second one? It was absolute garbage.
No, I've made it a point to never see the sequel to that movie or the sequel to Boondock Saints.
Oh, they made a sequel to Boondock Saints.
Yeah, and I've never seen it, but I'm sure it's fucking god awful.
They made, I want to say, they have like 5 Dusk Till Dawn movies. I've only seen the first one.
A couple of those are pretty good because they're B movies. They're just directed.
Were they made by Quentin Tarantino or no?
They were produced by Robert Rodriguez. So
Okay.
he still kind of had oversight on them, but they're directed by nobody. I don't think anybody that like directed them did anything else. But some of those movies are fucking entertaining because the one has Danny Trejo's.
Well,
in
they
it.
all have. Every single one has
and,
Danny Trejo.
and then
in it.
I think it might be the second or the third one has Lance Henriksen.
I want to say that was the movie that made Danny Trejo a name. He was in a.
It definitely would have been one of like his first major.
Yeah, I think
roles,
so.
I don't know. Was he in Blood In, Blood Out?
Yes, he was.
I believe he was. Like I know, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's probably the first thing
He was
did.
like an extra. He was an extra for like most of his early career.
Yeah, he was just a character. They're like, oh, we need a scary looking Mexican.
I think he was like he was serving out like multiple life sentences, but then he was an informant.
Oh, nice. So
Do
he
you
was a
know
fucking
that?
snitch.
He
No.
was, and you know what's funny is they made fun of that in Breaking Bad.
Oh,
And
because
they-
gets his head blown off on the turtle or
he
whatever.
gets his head pulled off on a turtle, and they're like, because he was talking to the DEA, and he was like snitching to the DEA. He was like, well, I'd rather be, and he even joked about it. He was like, oh, well, I'd rather be free than be another day free is better than another day dead and wasted away. So like, yeah, they literally just kill him the next scene. It's like, well, he did snitch, but he did get off of he got a pretty good deal. He's a successful actor, and you know,
you get a whole second fucking run at life. Yeah, not bad.
but he's still a felon. You know that? Isn't that crazy?
Well, I mean, yeah, he like murdered people or
But
something.
he's old as fuck, though. He's like 80-something years old.
What was I thinking about? Fuck, Danny Trejo being fucking.
You think
gay.
he knows how to garden good?
Probably. When he's in Anchorman, he's the bartender,
Oh yeah, he is.
and he's like, "Hey man, the girls can do stuff now." I don't speak Spanish. I'm sorry.
Yes. Says, I'm sorry, I do not speak Spanish. Dude, he's such an that's such a good movie. I even quoted it earlier today. I was like, "Oh, you cherry red,
My little cherry doll.
my little cherry doll. How are you?"
Got an apple for my birthday.
Yes. Oh man,
Classic.
classic.
That shit is literally like almost 15 years old now. Or
I
fuck,
know,
maybe
dude.
older now that I think about it. I
It
think I
is.
saw that in high school. Fuck.
That came out. That movie fucking came out like at least 10 years. No, it's probably like 15 years old.
Yeah, because I want to say it was like probably 2004.
Yeah, that's an old movie, dude.
Old as fuck.
It was, but that was like a big break for him, dude.
God
that
damn, that was
fucking
such a good
huge-
run of like that. It's funny because comedy doesn't really age that well. Like you can go back and it's not the same. You know, like something that you thought was fucking hilarious when you're 14 doesn't hit the same when you're in your 30s.
Well, that's what's funny about Anchorman is it's like a period piece.
Yeah,
you know?
Anchorman is still pretty damn good, but there's like some of those I go back and like that whole period where it was like I still think Old School is one of my favorite comedies of all time.
Yeah.
And it was like Anchorman, Old School, fuck. I'm trying. There's like a whole bunch of those
The
motherfuckers.
Step Brothers.
Well, that was a little bit later. That was like kind of the last.
That was like that one was like one of my favorites.
Yeah, the last hurrah.
No, because he kept going. That was like was on a good run. He was probably like sacrificing children and all kinds of shit to get these good movies. Because it's like to Moloch the owl.
There was.
He's making blood sacrifices to the.
But I think after Step Brothers was like.
Well, Talladega Nights. And
No,
then,
that had to be before.
that was before Step Brothers.
Yeah.
But no, because then they did like 3 movies with those guys in it because they're like this is the formula.
Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, and
What's the other one? Fuck.
I don't know. Oh, well, was he in the basketball one too?
No, but that was the movie that came out after Talladega Nights, and it didn't have that.
That one
guy
wasn't
in
as
it.
good.
It wasn't as good.
Yeah.
No, it's
No one
fucking
really
sucked.
talks about that one.
No, it was funny though. There was a couple. They have the one song in it, and they learn the alley oop.
Yeah.
And I remember they do it. It's like they only have one black guy on the entire team, and he was the one that he like gets knocked out, and he sees his mom, and his mom teaches him the alley-oop from heaven. He's like, guys, you're never gonna believe this. And then he does it, and then like the priest, like it's funny because the priest, the entire video, he's the referee, the entire movie he's the referee, and like the dude never liked him in the whole movie. Like whoever Will Ferrell played, he's just like, fuck you, I'm gonna burn your house down. And the dude's like a referee, he's a priest too. He's like, you're out of line. You're out of line. I don't want to be here anymore. And he just like leaves and shit. And he's just like, everyone's like mad at him. And they're just like, why would you say something like that?
What's wrong with you, Jackie?
Yeah, what's wrong with you, Jackie Moon? Why would you say something like that? That was mean. like, and then everybody's mad. He had like apologized to him and shit. He's like, I'm sorry I said that. So like later on in the movie, he does the alley-oop, and then the guy blows the whistle, and he's like, God damn it, you're just picking on us. Like, and then they literally had to like do engineering and shit, and they're like, oh well, it is legal, it is technically legal, and then they just like dominated for the last whatever.
The alley-oop.
God damn.
Oh, have I told you about my song Twisted Transistor?
Tristan. Oh yeah.
It's the theme song for JB Pritzker.
Yeah. JB Pritzker's Transistor.
So we talked a little bit about the fucking
the gay school.
The gay school learning butt plugs for their dildo kids.
I feel like
But
every school should teach that.
As I was digging into the fucking the weeds of that one, what came out was that I don't know if it was the specific LBGT center that went there, or just JB Pritzker's trans sister was involved with that school or something, but that was like the right wing conspiracy was like, oh no, fucking JP's trans sister is fucking forcing these kids to be gay and like is teaching them to be trans. Funky little shack. We're just getting some random music for you kids. No biggie here.
JB Pritzker's Transistor.
But yeah, JB Pritzker I found out has technically a cousin, but sister's better.
It sounds funnier to say JB Pritzker's Transistor.
JB Pritzker's Transistor. Yeah. is clearly the mastermind behind the
gay school.
The gay school, the preschool dildo.
The preschool dildo. That's what the article made it sound like, is it was just like, they might as well should have been
these
like
little tiny baby children.
In a toddler day.
Yeah, toddler daycare sexual ed, yeah.
It's like, that's what the title made it sound, but then you read into it, it's like, oh, this is actually like teenagers in sex ed class. Yeah. Like learning about safe sex.
Yeah, it's like the youngest is 14, the oldest is probably like 17. So it's like, yeah, that's around the age you should be learning about this.
And
shit.
JB, they got the dildos and butt plugs from JB Pritzker's Transistor.
Yeah,
and Michelle Obama. It was funded by Michelle Obama.
I was trying to come up with some sweet lyrics, and I could only get a couple of them. But
dude, I was literally just watching this thing the other day because I follow. It's funny because the algorithm, because I love watching stupid shit to troll these people, is it's like the flat earth and like these conspiracies. And so like there's like a bunch of these conspiracies about Michelle Obama being a dude. And it's just like it doesn't match up, dude, because it's like they're like, oh, and whatever, they have documentation that they've changed their gender right before the Obama election. It's like, bro, like you don't go to a court to do that even. Like I literally went to the fucking DMV and was like, here's a letter from my doctor, change my gender. So it's like their conspiracy theories don't, and she's from Illinois. Like that's the same state that I do my shit in. It's like like you just wish she had a penis. I feel like that's what it is.
That's pretty much what it is.
I feel like people want Michelle Obama to have a penis just so that they can like be like, well, I knew it. I knew that there was a penis.
Well, it's like I remember like I think she wore like a pantsuit or something one time, and they're like,
They photoshopped a fucking dick.
like a bulge, yeah.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh, she has to wear a suit to show that she's dominant or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well,
you idiots?
it's like, yeah, fashion is dominance, right?
You're fucking
You
dumb.
sound like a faggot just saying that fashion is dominance. Twisted transistor. She's gonna bring butt plugs into the toddlers.
She's gonna rape your kids.
Oh,
make
don't-
them turn trans.
Don't. Is this just the soundboard or the non-lyrical?
No.
See, we got to be very careful. We can't get another strike.
Well, the copyright is not a big deal. The copyright, I can just be like, okay, I'll mute the song. It's the like when they're like, oh, you can't be hate speech.
Twisted transistor.
JB's twisted sister.
Turn it down a little bit. That dick
What-
between
yeah,
your
it
legs.
fits perfect.
That dick between your legs. Tuck it up. Tuck it up. Don't nobody
Your
understand
cock
me.
and balls are being fully moved. Cock and balls, cock and balls.
Tuck your dick, and pull your panties up. Don't spread your legs because your dick will come untucked. You Tristan.
reaching for your jewels to be a fister. It's his
Twisted transistor. All right, I'm done with this bit. I don't want to do too much of the whole song. JB Pritzker has a trans sister.
Yeah, but JB Pritzker's trans sister is really all you got to get out of that.
I could fucking go hours just being like, dude, you know how fucking funny that is? JB Pritzker has a trans sister. Transgender sister.
Sometimes the comedy writes itself.
It fucking does, dude.
You know, it's like they set you up. That's what I call a softball.
But speaking of trans people, we were talking about the dude that killed Osama bin Laden.
Oh yeah.
Because we also were talking about how
SEAL
we
Team
got him.
6 trans master over here. Yeah.
Dude. So, like, a bunch of these conservative people are following this asshole who is, like, literally a SEAL Team 6 person who, like, transitioned. And then I guess, like, they're just like, oh, well, I'm detransitioning now because I was tricked.
Yeah, that is my favorite story because it's like
They said they
you're
were
the
tricked.
biggest dipshit of all time. You're like,
Yes.
I got tricked into becoming a woman. Like
you also got tricked into the being in the military.
yeah, you got tricked into being in the military for fucking 15
Yeah.
years, you retard.
Yes. So, like, you know, like, he's like, oh, well, I destroyed my body from what it was because I decided to be trans. And then, like, you see the pictures, it's like, this motherfucker looks exactly the same.
Well, and yeah, no, it is like he was not a very attractive
Like,
trans woman.
You
But
look exactly the same. You're talking about your
the
trick.
shit I watched was like, it's like, yeah, they tricked me and they pressured me, and I'm like, who was they?
Yeah.
Who was like, hey, you got to be fucking trans, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand who is forcing you to fucking become
What
trans.
is it with Caitlyn Jenner fucking
Yeah, what the
visited
fuck?
you while you were sleeping, was like, hey,
They
put
tricked me.
Put the panties on. You just listen here. You just kill. This is my impression of Caitlyn Jenner. Listen here, pal. Listen. My name's Caitlyn Jenner. I love what you did with Osama bin Laden. You've been, you have a little PTSD, but that's fine. So you need to put on some panties. You're going to be an inspiration to transgender people.
Yeah, you have PTSD, pretty tranny,
Pretty trans syndrome disorder.
pretty trans, sexy dick,
Small dick
small
disorder.
dick, small dick, trans penis.
Small.
So we call it a
Pretty trans small dick.
DSTP.
It's pretty trans small dick disorder. Oh, shit.
But also, like, so they tricked you into becoming trans, and then you were trans for 10 years.
Yes.
You got tricked for 10 years straight, you dumb like, whoops.
Well,
I guess I wanted to be a man all along.
And you know what's funny is, like, the way that they made it sound is like, oh, well, I took the hormones one time.
Yeah.
Like, and all of a sudden I was a woman. It's like, no, dude, that's not how it fucking works, bro.
He put something in the article where he's like, all I had to do was walk into my VA with one doctor's note, and I was immediately given HRT. It's like, yeah, that's kind of how it should work, right?
You're a fucking adult.
Yeah, and you asked.
You're
for
obviously a sane adult that like killed Osama bin Laden.
I mean, that's basically what you're saying is that. Oh, yeah,
you're not sane.
You're not capable of making decisions because you're fucking retarded.
Yeah, that's like literally what this person is like. Anybody who says this shit, that's what they're admitting to, is that they made a bad choice, but they want to blame it on everybody else because they look like a fucking linebacker.
Exactly, because if anything, just be like, well, it didn't work out. I want to detransition,
they even
and that's all you can say.
They're like, nobody took me serious. It's like, bro, when you sit like fucking like this with your legs all spread out.
Well, when you look like J.B. Pritzker's transistor.
Yeah, when you look like J.B. Pritzker's transistor, that's when there's like a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And whatever, and you know what? For a fucking Marine or whoever the fuck,
you're like SEAL
you
Team
have
6.
You have that thin skin where you're gonna give a shit about somebody judging you for the way that you look.
Whatever.
You're a fucking pussy, and of course it's a white guy.
Yeah,
like or white whatever the fuck.
Go
it
woke,
is.
go broke.
Go woke, go broke, and then they're trying to say that like, oh, I went woke, so I went broke. It's like, bro, you were broke when you joined the military.
Yeah, dude.
That's why you joined the military.
You took the L from day one.
Like, you didn't even get the fucking Challenger. You just decided you're going to be J.B. Pritzker's transistor.
That's so funny, being like, you fucking shoot Osama, and then you're like, I want to be a chick now.
Yeah, now I'm a chick. Now I'm a fucking chick. And you know what? I've met several like trans people who are like that, where they're just like, I hate the LGBT community because blah blah blah. One of them actually just like blocked me the other day because I literally just kept them around to fuck with them, and I'm just like, you talk like you're a soldier, but you're clearly a civilian. Like you're literally like a fucking retard. Like you sound stupid. Like you're literally supporting a group that would much rather see you in the ground. Like you literally mean nothing to these people, and they laugh about you behind your back.
Yeah, the only reason they even do anything with you is so you can be the one they can point to, be like, well, look at this one. Yeah. Listen, she's one of the good ones. She's on our side.
You are the black friend in which they're going to look at and be like, well, you know that you're a pedophile, though, right?
Yeah, it's like, well, I'm not racist, but...
Like, they're going to, like, put their kids in a different room when you come... They're gonna like yell at you and shit and think you're gonna fuck their kids because I guess that's.
I mean, I understand because I have a freak trans that wants to fuck children.
Music do, music do, music do. Gay show.
What is it over already?
Minute 7 even.
Gay show tonight.
Got anything else you want to get into?
Oh, one more thing, and then we'll do the music. So we need to be very clear here that we are funded by the Chinese government.
Yes.
We're funded by the Chinese government, and we're required by Chinese law, which is soon to be U.S. law.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've read the news lately, but it's going to be U.S. law, so we have to say this, that Taiwan is definitely not a country.
Mm-hmm.
Quit saying otherwise.
Being chilly.
Being chilling is correct. Mm-hmm. We want to be very clear here. Like, also, China won the World Cup. Why not stop there?
Did they win the World Cup?
Or
are we just...
well, they did.
They sure did.
They did.
They sure did.
They did. And I can hear that money coming in. So now we can finish the show.
I can hear all those, what the fuck, yen?
All the yen.
All the yen rolling.
Dude, the Chinese made our fucking theme song, bro.
Yeah.
They made our fucking theme song, and George Soros funded it.
Thank you, China. Fuck you, Taiwan.
Fuck you, Taiwan. We love you, China.
Tell you something that you never know. Don't tell my mom that I'm the gay show. Yeah, it's a gay show.
They fucking love us. Oh, they wanted more. We gotta. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody.